Yesterday, I decided to try something new, and since two of my friends were playing this new Portal mod, I decided to give it a go. However, I had high expectations since this could be found on the Steam website. And was this game worth playing? No. This game, if you can even call it that, looks like it was just force-fed into the community for clicks. And no, I'm not exaggerating. It quite literally looks like a piece of garbage. There's no storyline, no direction, and this is how you beat the first level. This mod is disappointing to say the least, considering the fact you can literally find it on Steam. And that's not all, some of the maps are literally impossible, and it's way too difficult to tell where you're supposed to be going, considering the fact most of the time there are so many f***ing doors, and for most of them you can't even open them, because there's nothing behind them. And good luck beating this game without taking any damage, because you literally can't! I would understand the low quality of this game if it was an old project from 2010 on ModDB, but this is literally published on the Steam page. You have to have high expectations for it. With that being said, if you plan to make another Portal mod, I would suggest toying around with Hammer a little bit and getting some inspiration from others. And if you want to make sure it's very good, make sure you have a partner playtest it for you, since if you're the mod creator, you obviously know what's supposed to happen. They don't. Also, I feel like the gameplay wasn't actually the top priority, but how it actually looks. Because from looking at it, you might have wanted to play it, and then when you played it, you might have just wanted to uninstall it from your hard drive. And I would understand. I mean, let's face it, this mod is actually terrible, but it could use some improvements. Let's see what the rest of the community has to say about this. Consistently crashes, awful sense of direction, extremely sparse autosaving, childish concepts, and a minimal attention to detail. I can appreciate passion projects made by beginner modders, but this mod is just not it. I sadly didn't enjoy any of this. This mod is really incoherent, and doesn't feel like anything special. This mod weirdly uses Half-Life 2 assets where it's not needed, such as props from Breen's office being used for no reason. The store page mentions that the goal of this mod is not the hard puzzles instead of the feeling of the aperture science. This doesn't really make sense considering that you go to the back rooms. This mod has almost no localization, only having the chapter names localized. This mod also steals localization from Rexora for some reason. You'll get about 40 minutes of gameplay from this if you're not doing both endings. The backrooms route and the main route end in the same exact way, so there's no real reward for doing it. There are achievements, but they don't seem to work. Also, there are some really bad level design choices. Like you will die after falling in a random pit, which seems like where you have to go. The backrooms ending seems more easy to find than a normal ending, and the whole backroom section doesn't make any sense whatsoever. For a first mod, it's not bad, but it needs a lot of work. Posting it on ModDB was a good choice because it's not quite ready for Steam. The levels seem unfinished and aren't very fun to play. Waiting for the energy balls to reach their spots takes too long and makes the game slow. There's potential, but it needs a lot of improvement to be more enjoyable. It's your average first time using Hammer mod, nothing more to say. Quick advice, get a playtester or two because this mod sure needed it. Now yes, there are a lot of problems, including the insane amount of doors and the obvious lack of playtesting, but that doesn't necessarily mean the developer cannot do anything good. And if the developer is watching this, I recommend playing around with Portal 2's editor to get a good look of what should be made next and stuff, you know? In conclusion, this mod is terrible, and I don't really recommend playing it. As I've mentioned before, this feels like one of those things that was force-fed into the community for clicks. Another time I will show full gameplay of this mod, so have fun, see you later.